back to your physical body, the room that you're sitting in, and your immediate surroundings. Gently place both your palms over your eyes. Absorb the energy for a few seconds, and you may choose to open your eyes whenever you're ready. Alternately, you can also sit with eyes closed while I read this beautiful article, the summary from the book Power of Now. So, different authors, other authors have given their opinion about this book, and I'll share a couple of them. So, the Power of Now summary. This book shows you that every minute you spend worrying about the future or regretting the past is a minute lost, because the only place you can truly live in is the present, the now, which is why the book offers actionable strategies to start living every minute as it occurs and becoming 100% present in and for your life. Leading a very troubled and problematic life, coined by many periods of serious depression, Eckhart Tolle found peace overnight, quite literally. Plagued by depressing late night thoughts, he started questioning what it is that made his life so unbearable and found the answer in his I, the self generated from the power of his thoughts in his mind. The next morning, he woke up and felt very much at peace because he had somehow managed to lose his warrior self and live entirely in the now, the present moment. After spending several years doing nothing but enjoying his newfound peace, eventually people started asking him questions. So he answered. Eckhart started teaching and published The Power of Now in 1997, which eventually went on to become a New York Times bestseller in 2000 after Oprah Winfrey fell in love with it and recommended it. The three important lessons from it to help you worry less and regret less are: number one, life is just a series of present moments. All pain is a result of resistance to the things you cannot change. Number three, you can free yourself from pain by constantly observing your mind and not judging your thoughts. These are the three important lessons that you can learn from this book. The great Deepak Chopra also has said a few things about this book, but I'll read only the important ones. Wherever you are, be there totally. See if you can catch yourself complaining in either speech or thought about a situation you find yourself in. What other people do or say, your surroundings, your life situation, even the weather. To complain is always non acceptance of what is. It invariably carries an unconscious negative charge. When you complain, you make yourself into a victim. When you speak out, you are in your power. So change the situation by taking action or by speaking out if necessary or possible. Leave the situation or accept it. All else is madness. Ordinary unconsciousness is always linked in some way with denial of the now. The now, of course, also implies the here. Are you resisting your here and now? Some people would always rather be somewhere else. Their here is never good enough. Through self observation, find out If that is the case in your life, wherever you are, be there totally. If you find your here and now intolerable and it makes you unhappy, you have three options: remove yourself from the situation, change it, or accept it totally. If you want to take responsibility for your life, you must choose one of those three options and you must choose now. Then accept the consequences. No excuses, no negativity, no psychic pollution. Keep your inner space clear. If you take any action, leaving or changing your situation, drop the negativity first, if at all possible. Action arising out of insight into what is required is more effective than action arising out of negativity. Any action is often better than no action, especially if you have been stuck in an unhappy situation for a long time. If it is a mistake, at least you learn something, in which case it's no longer a mistake. If you remain stuck, you learn nothing. Is fear preventing you from taking action? Acknowledge the fear, watch it, take your attention into it, be fully present with it. Doing so cuts the link between the fear and your thinking. Don't let the fear rise up into your mind. Use the power of the now. Fear cannot prevail against it. So Deepak Chopra also writes a lot more, but I just gave you a few paragraphs from this expert. I will share it in the group for you all to read more at your own convenience, free time. For want of time, I'm stopping it here and recommending all of you to buy this book or try and download an e-copy, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a wonderful book, friends, and you will gain a lot from this book. Thank you for joining into this group meditation and contributing your wonderful energies. We'll again connect in another session today evening or tomorrow morning. If anyone would like to share something else, please go ahead and unmute yourself or simply raise your hand. Thank you, Masters. Hello, Ram. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thanks a lot, Ranjani ji. Very wonderful meditation. Indeed, constant reminder of the theme of today's session was there throughout the session, like a reminder to be in the now, and that had helped to observe the breath, to go deeper into meditation. And the power stays in the now, and our life is nothing but an infinite moments of now put together. So to truly live, we have to be in the now. And what was interesting in the sharing was as well when you started, it was about how Eckhart Tolle had his own lower moments in life that had guided him in order to experience the power of now, which means we have two possibilities. One, either living in the now, or the other one, contemplating on what had happened with an intention to come back into life in experiencing things in the most beautiful way, then it will lead into living in the moment. The past nor future, although on the timeline they look like exist, but they are not at all existent. So living in the now has the greatest power, brings the greatest joy, and we truly live. So it is a practice. It is a practice once tried will become easier, and it helps constantly to be with that because of the experiences that it brings. So thanks a lot for reminding all of us about such a beautiful theme and such a great book. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ram. Um, Thank you so much. When Swapna messaged yesterday if somebody is available to take the session, I remember a year or back she used to read a lot of chapters from this book, Power of Now, on her Wednesday sessions. I didn't think about it till I committed for the session. And then later I had already chosen the topic Power of Now. But I realized that Swapna used to do a lot of book reading, a lot of chapters from this book. It is an amazing book. Yes, it is very hard to always stay in the present moment without thinking about the past or worrying about the future. It is very, very hard. But I think we all need to somewhere make a start and remind ourselves whenever we are drifting in our thoughts to just come back to the present moment and not engage with those negative thoughts. So it is a constant effort, a practice, which incorporated well will become automatic in due course. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ram, for your sharing as well. So, friends, we'll conclude the session here. If there is no more sharing, we'll connect again in another session. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening wherever you're signed in.